Well, here we are, finally, level 1 to 5 has begun, the stress test beta is out, and after getting past the servers and in, we are welcomed by the dwarves and the gnomes starting area. I am being a gnome today, looking very lively. Unfortunately, I can't be the class that I want because it's not created on gnome yet, but we've decided to roll rogue. So, let's go and pick up our first quest. So I speak to the guy and immediately the quest has changed. Instead of just getting the quest straight in your face, it's more spread out, the words kind of flow, it's not all in one go. So you're able to read the quest and he basically makes us feel already more immersed in the story. So he tells us that we must be very chilly down here in the valley, and if we can fetch him 8 pieces of this wolf meat, he's going to give us some gloves for our hands. This is going to be really good as it's going to give us some armor, and yeah, in this game it really does make a difference. So already I've opened my map to try and locate the quest. Luckily I do have a good advantage which has led me from live to here, which allows me to obviously know where things are. But other than that, you don't have any quest markers, there's no arrows or anything, so you're going to have to find these things yourself. L does open up the quest log, and it doesn't take me too long to find a wolf and attack him. However, normally it's 100% loot I find these days on these starting quests. This guy didn't have any meat in for me. As I move on, I am greeted by many players. It feels so lively, but they're all doing the same quest that I'm doing. So all these wolves, their corpses are on the floor, and I really now think it is going to take me some time to put in the effort that I need to obviously get these meats. And yeah, no wonder this guy's sitting on the log. He's probably gone and made himself a cup of tea halfway through. So onwards and upwards, let's go find a wolf. Let's go and attack him. And no, wait, hold on, it's greyed out. Yes, that's right. Allies even grey out your loot on the mobs here, so this is going to be really tricky. It means that I've got to attack a mob first before anyone else does. So after 15 minutes of running around and 5 minutes of fighting wolves, I finally am getting used to the character throwing his little dagger at them as well to get an advantage before the melee class kind of attack, and we get our 8th wolf meat piece. So I'm very happy, feel very accomplished, achieved something here, and I'm going to get my gloves with this armor, and it's going to be a huge upgrade. It's going to put some gloves on my hand, and yeah, it's going to really add to the character.
Great to meet you.
So now I meet this guy. He tells me I've got to go and see my rogue trainer, which is very, very interesting. So as we go straight into this place, we do see a guy on the treadmill. Didn't expect to see the treadmill people that early on, but he's obviously going for a run. See my rogue trainer over there, and I go over and meet him. So there's no preview of any skills in the skill spellbook. Obviously you go to your rogue trainer. I'm able to train stealth for 10 copper, which is absolutely fantastic, and I'm able to continue on my quest. So obviously I've got to go to this camp for the guy, but also I've got to go and slay these trogs. So that's what I'm going to be doing first. 6 of each, and not getting confused, these were a little bit easier than the wolves. Obviously the wolves are going to be the toughest ones because everyone's starting up and wanting to get the meat. So this was a lot less time consuming, and I really got stuck into taking them down. So I got a nice pair of boots now, and it's this quest that had me comparing, do I go for boots or do I go for another item? Eventually I did choose the boots as I thought they would give me more overall armor, but it was really good to be able to kind of weigh things up and say, do I need this or do I need that? What's going to be more beneficial for me? So I'm going to adventure down, I'm going to look at my map, and I'm going to go and find the camp. And obviously it tells you it's in the south, so that had the good clue to find this guy. So I'm talking to this guy and I've got to go and kill some boars, which is no problem for me now. I'm getting a lot better at this, and of course it is training up my skills. As you can see in the chat log down there, you're going to get skills from throwing your weapons, skills for fighting with your weapons, and that is really nice kind of feel to it. So you're leveling up your skills as you fight. So finally going to take down this last one. Gonna go hand it in to the guy and we'll get on our way to the next camp. So here at the next camp, and I'm going to obviously choose my reward. Oh no, sorry, choose my reward, then go to the camp. And yeah, this is it. We had to look at our map again and find out where things were. We're going to pick up some quests. He wants us to go and slay 14 of these trolls. Now these trolls are obviously red. They're going to attack you if they see you, so that's going to be a challenge. But before we do all that, we're going to read this quest and deliver this drink to the guy. Now this is back at the area where we have our rogue trainer. You've got a timer of 5 minutes to deliver this, and I'd imagine back in the day this was a little bit more trickier, especially if you wasn't as familiar with the places. Luckily I knew the name and I knew to go back here, so I give him the cup and then I've got to obviously go and return the mug, but not before stopping off at our rogue trainer, and I'm going to train backstab up. Unfortunately I don't have enough money to train up the pickpocket skill, but backstab is more than good enough and will do us for now. We're going to speak to Felix and he's going to give us a mission as well. All these missions, but they feel so much more in depth and meaningful. So my last little journey requires going into the troll cave and taking 14 of them out. So that's quite a lot, but we do obviously do it. There's different types of trolls in this cave, so watch out for their names, because if you go and attack one certain troll, he might not be the troll that's listed on the quest. Like this guy here, obviously he isn't going to give you a kill because he's not the same name. Oh no, this guy, yeah, there you go, not the same name, so he isn't going to give you a kill by the looks of it. I really was happy to find this chest. No one was around. I was like, chest, let's go and get it. The gloves are not as good as the ones I've got, but I find 20 copper and that's good enough, you know. Every bit of copper helps, and this was my first near-death experience. I managed to pull 3, and I just went in, was focusing on the first guy, and yeah, didn't realize I was surrounded by these trolls. Managed to take 2 of them down, and yeah, my health is really starting to go down. I can see, you know, when people say, oh, 3 mobs, that's pretty much death. It pretty much was. I'm going to run away, try and avoid this troll. Luckily enough, I do get away, and then I'm able to come back into stealth. So after all that commotion, stealth, eat. I've got me food, so that's what's gonna replenish my health, and then I'm just going to go attack these trolls and finish them off to get the 14 out of 14. And finally now we're going to exit the cave, hand in our quest, get a better one-handed weapon, and this is going to make me very happy. I'm going to quit it now, be a proper rogue, and oh wait, no, you can't dual wield at this moment in time, so yes, that is brilliant. However, it is an upgrade, and that is my level 5 reached. If anything, you know, carries on, if the level cap is raised, then I probably will play this. I probably will do another video, but this has been my experience 1 to 5 Gnome Rogue on the classic beta server. The stress test server was a stressful start with them wolves, but I found it a lot more pleasing and easygoing as I went on. I found myself more immersed, as I say, and you know, I was reading quests and going through the journey, and yeah, that to me in itself was an experience. Thank you very much guys for watching, and I'll be back shortly again with some more videos. Until then, it is peace out from me.